I'm broke. So today I try to build and paint 3D printed models for my Warhammer 40k Necron Canoptek Wraiths. Welcome! My name is Hubert, and on this channel I share with you my journey on becoming a better painter after many years without touching a brush. This hobby is not cheap. For my Warhammer 40k 2k point army, I still need to paint 12 Canoptek Wraiths, and they are not cheap. So I decided to try my luck again with 3D printed models, as I've done in the past for my Nightbringer. And let me tell you, it didn't go well. I don't own a 3D printer, so I picked this up on Etsy.com, and as you can see, it's a lot cheaper than the official models. But you have to be careful with the seller's reputation, material used, and the scale. I've had trouble assembling 3D printed models in the past, but nothing like this. I didn't think much of it before starting, and I knew painting them would be easy. I would just apply my living metal technique. Let me show you how it went.
Little trouble there. Not quite my tempo. Or are you gonna be on my fucking time?
Let's move on, please. For the bases, I used 50mm ones, but there wasn't much space. So I decided to try and make it so it appears they are crawling through the ground like worms. Let's prime them, and by the way, I ordered 6 of them, but after starting building them I just gave up, and I'll do the rest later. And now that I'm recording this video, I think you'll see. and I need 12 of them for my army. So, if you want to know more about this living metal painting technique, you can check my previous video where I go in details about this. For now, I want to talk about the cost of our hobby. It's not cheap, far from it. I want to know where you guys stand on this. Between the models, paints, brushes and airbrush stuff if you use one, and all the other tools. Oh, and don't forget the books if you know how to read. By the way, the books. Let's talk about this. I'm reading The Flight of the Eisenstein at the moment, but in English because the books in France go for 200 euros. Easy read now that I'm used to it, and I think I'll continue the Horus Heresy this way, depending on what I find. So not cheap. In the gaming club I'm joining, it's okay to use proxies, it's even more than tolerated. Some guy even had a full custom Space Wolves army printed, but not painted yet, and it looked awesome already. I'm still very new at this and I'd like to know your opinion. Is it okay to go and look for cheaper ways to enjoy the hobby? Now, as usual, time to remove the streaking grime.
Lots of disappointment. But if I keep my body moving and my mind occupied at all times, I will avoid falling into a bottomless pit of despair.
And time for some details. These models are amazing. But if you ask me, there are a few things I'd like to point out. The upper body is quite heavy, adding useless weight in my opinion. The little arms holding the gun were very hard to assemble and glue, so as you saw, I skipped it for 2 of them because I broke the arms. And finally, it's too fragile compared to what I'm used to. The end result of the resin that he used won't bend, and arms and legs will fall every time the model falls over. But again, I love the design. As I told you, I'm quite broke. I'm barely making a living with photography, and I'm getting back a job in IT soon in order to finance this channel. I have so many projects in mind: 3D printing my own stuff, painting Perturabo, standing near an elementary school without a boner, new armies and other Primarchs, as well as trying more ranges of paints. But for now, Let's finish my first army, and let's finish these poor bastards. Before finishing the bases, I complete the wraiths with a little gradient on their tails to make them more frightening. For the base, I love to show the models during battle, or at the end of it. For me, it gives them more life. That's why I end up making them dusty on many parts. For example, these wraiths, I wanted to show they've been crawling at the surface of the dusty land. Let's see the finished miniatures.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Let me know what you think. I'd love to get your feedback and opinion on what I talked about. About these models, that's a no. That's a no. I won't be able to use them. They are too fragile. See for yourself. No. I won't be able to use these on the tabletop. They are too fragile. I have to buy official models. They seem the plastic seems much more suitable for handling them. So if you have any tips on maybe proxies I can use, or maybe one of you does 3D printing. Yeah. One more thing. Thank you very much for those who subscribe. This means a lot to me, and it motivates me to go further and make more videos. So as always, until next time, happy painting!